Kevin Scheifele's got his hands full. He's already made major changes. See you later, Pierre-Luc Dubois and Blake Wheeler. And now the focus shifts to Hellebuyck and Mark Scheifele, who are both entering the final year of their current contracts. Both have spent their entire careers with the Jets. All right, so what does Chevy do with Connor Hellebuyck right now? He could drag this out and maybe potentially get a better deal for Connor Hellebuyck later as some team becomes desperate for a goalie, because that always happens. Or does he need to cut it and get done, get the best he can right now, and move on from Hellebuyck?
No, I would be patient with this. And there's going to be goaltenders here in unrestricted free agency opening up tomorrow that are going to sign with teams. Tristan Jarry, Jonas Korpisalo. There's going to be some names that teams are very interested in. Now, what happens to the teams that miss out on those guys? What if they're not willing to go to a certain price point? What if they just don't love that goaltender enough? Maybe they become the place for Connor Hellebuyck. So if I'm Kevin Scheifele and the Winnipeg Jets, I'm being patient with this process. And I also know that I have a goaltender in Hellebuyck who is a Vezina candidate, Vezina caliber goaltender. The return needs to be right. I'm not willing to sell that goaltender for pennies on the dollar. And I understand it's going to be very complex because you need to know, if you're the team acquiring him, that he's going to stick around for the long run. But I would have no issue going into the season, seeing how things go with the Jets, and even pushing it right up to the trade deadline just to know that I get as much as I possibly can for Connor Hellebuyck.
Speaking of Hellebuyck, he's looking for a new contract. Does his new deal start the nines?
It's tough because you look at the way things went in the playoffs, okay? Sergei Bobrovsky makes $10.5 million, and he essentially brings the Florida Panthers all the way to the promised land. But a guy like Adin Hill, who was a relative unknown, making a contract in the twos, he wins the Stanley Cup. So it really depends where your team philosophy is going to lie as far as how much you want to pay a goaltender. It seems like you can't go wrong either way. As long as you believe in the goaltender, and in the biggest moments, the goaltender can make the right saves at the right time for you.